Oh, Habs fans, where are you? Come out wherever you are. I just want to talk about hockey with you. Why are you so afraid? Where'd you guys go? Hey guys, welcome back to another Leaf segment with Mac from Offside with Mac and Wood. Now, for all those of you who missed out, the Leafs annihilated Montreal last night, 6-0. They exceeded my prediction. I thought Montreal would come out with a bit of a better effort and keep it a little closer. I guess 4-2. Obviously, that's 6-0, not even close. So completely blew my expectations out of the water. Now, one player we got to start talking about right now is Ron Hainsey. Beautiful player. He's got his first goal this season with the Leafs last night, which turned out to be the game winner. It was the first of the night. And what can we say about him? He has been a great addition to the team. Fairly cheap, too. He's definitely putting up Riley's numbers for sure. Like, he's helping him out playing that defensive side. Well, Riley can make those rushes and play more offensively. So I think he adds a great dynamic to our blue line. And now he got his first goal. Hopefully we can see more from him. For the next thing I want to talk about, Kadri. Beautiful snipe. Great offensive player. He's been putting up tons of points. He's one of our top scorers. We got him at $4.5 million. What a great signing. I hope that we can see more of him like this for the rest of the years that we keep him. Because he's getting into his career years now. He's getting to his prime, and I think this is when he's been playing his best hockey. And he's been impressing the hell out of me. So good for him for getting that filthy snipe last night. Show him that skill. Show him why we got him 7th overall. And the other thing, too, is, he had that big dirty hit placed on him by Pacioretty last night. Pacioretty fleeced the bench, and then he lays a nice, clean hit against Shea Weber. And then Weber and Ben decide to team up like fucking pussies. Like, I know people don't like Kadri that much. I know people call him a cheap shot artist, whatever. He has his history in the league. But is it fair for this guy to get jumped by two players for a completely clean hit? Like, I understand the team's losing 3-0. They're a little emotional. They lost first regulation loss to Arizona last night. They're probably angry, probably emotional. But come on, guys. That was a clean hit. Good one by Kadri. He knows how to throw the body around. I feel like people just don't know this about him for some reason. He knows how to throw the body around. He knows how to hit. And he knows how to draw penalties. And I thought it was utter bullshit. There should have been a third man in there penalty awarded to the Habs, to either Weber or Ben, because both of them were going at him. I don't think that was very fair. Anyway, let's move on from that topic, and let's continue on. Another player I wanted to mention, I guess we'll give him a bit of a shout-out here. JVR, he picked up another goal. Little uncertain with his future going forward. They still haven't made any announcements whether he's going to be getting re-signed, continuing on with the season. I'm thinking a trade might be imminent with him. But, I mean, with our lineup right now, we've been playing good hockey, so the plan might be to keep him, let him do one playoff run. If we win, cool. Maybe he'll get a re-signing there. If not, I guess maybe he'll go to the free agency market. I'd be disappointed if we just let him go for nothing, because I feel like, JVR, we only traded Luke Shen. Obviously, he turned out to be a bust. JVR, much better player, so he definitely won that trade, but I don't want to just lose him for nothing. I feel like we could get a top 4 D-man or a good prospect or pick for that guy, so maybe we can consider trading him down the line if that's what happens. I wouldn't mind if they kept him around, but I feel like for the contract that he's going to want, we simply can't afford him, and I don't think he's probably worth what he's going to be asking. He knows how to put up points. I do find JVR can be good, but at the same time, he does play a little slower sometimes, where he's not in the play, he's not back-checking. Sometimes I just don't even notice him on the ice. But anyway, that's all I have to say about JVR there. Ooh, that's some good shit. Another player now, downtown Connor Brown. Wow, what a player. Potted another one last night. He's putting up fantastic points. I feel like he's one of those off-the-radar guys that nobody really knows about. People just forget about him, which I don't know why. If we didn't have guys like Nylander and Marner going on, there'd be way more talk about Brown. And we got him at, $2.1 million or something a season. Perfect signing. Great for him. I love the kid. He works hard. He knows how to get points. I'm sure some of you have been waiting for me to get to this Austin fucking Matthews. He's back, scored 2 great, beautiful goals. I mean, they weren't necessary at that point in the game, but it came back, scored 2 goals, both of them beautiful. The last one, a great shot, great toe drag snipe. Love that, and the pass from Marner on the first one there. Loving the chemistry between those two boys. I've been waiting so long for this pairing to be placed in a lineup for once. I don't know why Babs was holding these two back from each other, because they look fantastic, and I hope that he keeps them in the same line going forward. They put up great points. They play well together. They mesh well together, and I think that they're going to be a great pairing going forward. Like even better than the Taves-Kane kind of duo. I think that they could overtake that throne and kind of be the two of the leading leaders for Toronto going forward. I mean, obviously Nylander's in the mix there too, but I think Marner and Matthews are going to be our 2 top guys going forward, and having them together, they look great. I mean, look at the Kucherov-Stamkos thing going on. They're just absolutely tearing the league apart, and they're not playing on separate lines, so sometimes you just need to have those guys play together. So loving that. Matthews came back, only missed 4 games, which we want all of them, which is great to see. I'm finding the Leafs that are playing right now are Leafs of the season's beginning, but even better. Like we're getting those like 6-goal margins where we're scoring a shit ton, but we're not letting in all those goals. And I think that a lot of that's due to Freddie's play. He's been playing great. For those of you, again, like my last video, I was telling you guys off. Like people think that Freddie Anderson's not a starting goaltender. He shouldn't be leading the Leafs net minding situation. He's fucking brilliant. Last night was a fucking brick wall. Back-to-back shutouts. Like, absolute filth. If anyone wants to keep trash talking him, fuck off. Like, you don't watch hockey. You obviously don't watch the Leafs, or you're not a real fan, because he's been great for us. Yeah, he had a bit of a slow start, but I mean, that was to be expected. Even last season had the same start. Now he's playing like how he should, and if he keeps playing like this, we're going to win a lot of hockey games. So I'm loving the play from Anderson. Let's talk about the Habs. Now, being a Leafs fan, obviously, seeing the Habs struggle this bad, it's beautiful. I love it. I've been hearing shit from them for years since the Leafs have not been a great team. Obviously, we've suffered for quite a while, and it's just amazing seeing Habs fans getting a taste of their own medicine now. Now, they can fuck off. They need a fucking rebuild. They need one. Losing to Arizona and then just getting obliterated by us last night. Again, that's 2 victories in a row against Montreal after we went like 15 straight losses or something against them for all those years. Obviously, this is a turning tide right now. Leafs are a big upcoming team, and Habs are going on the decline. And you know what? I've been thinking about this for years. Ever since they got rid of Subban, they have been going downhill hard. So they need to do something, and honestly, I think it needs to start just with a rebuild. I think they should trade off Carey Price. I know they just signed him to this giant contract. But I mean, this season, he hasn't been the greatest for them. He's injured again. That groin injury he seems to get every year. It's coming back. He's getting older. He's going to have that happen to him a lot more now. And I think he's starting to exit his prime. Again, Carey Price, he's a great goalie. I don't want to discount him in any way. He's fantastic. But I think it's time for him to move on from the Montreal Canadiens. I think they should go with this guy that they've been tossing in lieu of Price and just let him develop with the team, the young team. And if they move Price along, they can get a huge return for him at this point in time. I know he has a big contract, but I'm sure lots of teams will be willing to absorb an elite goaltender like him in with that contract. And I bet they're willing to give a shit ton back in return. Draft picks, prospects, even current guys that are upcoming or good currently. Montreal could pretty much get whatever they wanted if they were offering Carey Price on the table. And I think they should do it. I think it's time for them to make that move to start rebuilding their team. Like, they're not looking like a contender anymore. I know they brought in Shea Weber with that Subban trade to give them that contender status, get that one big D-man to cover and help out Price. But obviously it isn't working for him. Like Weber, he has a great shot, but he's getting slow. He's getting older. Like, his time's starting to come up. You know, maybe keep him on the team to mentor some kids, but even he would be a guy I'd consider trading at this point in time. Even Pacioretty, I'd move him along too. All those guys that are still, they have a couple seasons where they're going to be really good, trade them now, get rid of them now, so the teams that are willing to trade for them see the value and they're willing to give you a good piece in return, and then move on. Get some young guys and start building your team. One thing I think the Habs management needs to fucking change is their incessant need for French-speaking staff. Get the right people. It's a business now, guys. You don't need to have this cultural standard anymore. And if you keep doing that, you're going to be bringing these guys that aren't going to do the best job they can for your team. You know, they might be fine. They might be good coaches. They might be good GMs. But just because they speak French doesn't mean you should be the ones to hire them. You know, if no other team wants to hire these guys, I think there's a reason for it. So maybe you should go for guys that are more well-equipped and skilled to lead your team to a cup or cup contention, and fuck having whatever language you need them to speak. If they speak English, that's good enough. That's what the league needs, an English-speaking fucking coach or GM or whatever. Alright guys, that's my time. Thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you let me know in the comments below what you think about my assessment of the Leafs. Is there anything I missed out? I think I covered most of it. But make sure to let me know if there's anything else you want to mention about it. And same thing with the Habs. What do you guys think about them? What do you think about their situation? And what should they do going forward? Do you agree with my rebuild assessment? I think it's very needed. But if you guys think otherwise, feel free to let me know. Make sure you do so down below. And also, if you haven't already, like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you can get more content. Anyway, as always, guys, have a fantastic day. And I'll see you later. Peace out.